Welcome to the first episode.
Dude, what the hell? Oh my god.
The first episode of the Cafe Disco podcast with your host, Mike.
Chad?
And
No,
who's that third guy? No. Well, we cover everything from comics to video games to movies and the politics in between. So our format for this first episode is just going to be some questions that I've thought for us to discuss. Now the other guys haven't heard either of these questions yet, so it should make for a fun, spontaneous discussion. 1.
You're screaming.
Make sure the microphone's picking me up, man.
But you do understand that I'm going to be talking a lot lower, and you're going to be up here, and I'm going to be here the whole time.
Alright.
Just do normal voice.
Alright, ready? Let's get our volumes right. Right.
It's going to be rough.
Alright, 1. With this generation of consoles coming to an end, what would you say is the best title of the generation?
Not remastered?
Remasters included. It's released on this gen. Alright, I'll start since it's dead silence.
Well, you should have your answer prepared.
Well, my answer is prepared.
Alright.
If you want me to answer first, I
Yeah,
will.
it gives us time to think.
God of War.
Yeah, I already knew your answer, so.
Easily. I don't think there's any, for me, there's really
I'm
no
gonna say,
contest.
this is gonna get heated, but I'm gonna say, if we're including remasters, I'm gonna say The Last of Us. Okay?
Oh, wow.
And then it would be Uncharted 4 because of the other Uncharted games.
Wow.
I thought Uncharted 4 was going to be the...
Then it would be God.
the one.
Then it would be God of War.
It's definitely God of War,
Yeah,
I think,
he's
in
gonna
my
say God of
opinion.
War.
It's definitely God of War, in my opinion. Hands
That's
down.
fine.
Now, technically, the Uncharted collection came out
That's true.
this generation.
That's true.
So would that be it?
That would be it. The Uncharted collection is the game.
I know.
of the generation.
I knew what you were going to say. And you didn't even say it.
Well,
But I made you realize it.
The Last of Us is still very close to the Uncharted collection, so.
Really?
Yeah.
The standalone game
Yeah.
across all 4 of the Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great game, though.
It's close.
It is. But I don't know if it outweighs all 4 of those games combined. When you talk about
No, it
the
doesn't.
entire story arc.
It doesn't. If I can say two games, then I would say Uncharted Collection and Uncharted 4. Because Uncharted
as a
4 is the worst out of the worst out of
Uncharted
the
series.
Uncharted.
To me, the third one has been the best so far, in my
The
opinion.
first one is probably the worst. Then 2 is the best. 3 is
Stop
the
it.
second
2 is
best.
not the best.
And
Def
then
2 is
four-
definitely not the
four
best.
is
No.
next.
No. 2 was
Nope.
probably
It's
like
very
the toughest one for me to actually get through, so yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
no, the first one was, but yeah.
The first one is the hardest game, I think. The second
Yeah.
one gets annoying at times.
Yeah. Super annoying.
But from a story perspective, 4 is you can't get better than 4
You
in the Uncharted series.
No, 3 and 2 are better than 4.
3 is
Three-
great now.
three-
3 is great.
3 I would say maybe is close, but 2 is not even.
Tell your fish if they jump again.
Don't worry, it's not gonna get picked up. So, and then it's funny we all said all PlayStation games
Well, yeah, because it's obvious.
because Xbox blows.
I mean, I didn't know we were including Nintendo because then that would actually bring in.
Well, yeah, I wasn't saying strictly one console or the other.
Well, it
I was saying
wouldn't.
this generation. Of
Yeah, it
consoles.
wouldn't change because it's still not better. But
So, alright. Number 2. Bringing back some childhood nostalgia. Sonic's coming to the big screen. What the hell's going on with the lights?
Don't worry about it.
What do you think about having a Sonic movie? Should it happen? knowing the track record of past video games adapted to movies?
No,
And what do you think of the character design?
definitely not. It looks horrible.
Okay.
No.
Well, I'm gonna.
No, it definitely not.
Nozama.
No. Just name me one good movie that. No.
I'm not saying that Sonic's gonna be a good movie. Okay, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that. But I'm saying when we saw the trailer at work, because we all work together, in case
Yeah.
anybody knew, you were like, "Yeah, it doesn't look that bad."
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "It doesn't look that bad,"
Yeah.
until all of a sudden, everybody was like, "Oh, it looks terrible," and then they went up in arms until they made them change the design, which is absurd.
My thing is not about the design at all. It's the track record of all these movies being
Yeah,
bad.
it's gonna suck. That's fine.
It's gonna suck,
That's
exactly.
fine. My problem is you shouldn't let consumers choose how you develop your art style, because then it's a slippery slope. It is not up to the consumer at that point.
Well, if the consumer is gonna buy it, then
Well, just let it come out and flop. That's fine. But I just
Well,
Come on.
are we gonna cater to everybody's, you know?
it's not possible to cater to every single person. But
okay, well, hold on. We're gonna go a little bit away from Sonic, but you say, are we gonna cater to everybody that makes an uproar about the character not looking anything like the source material? Isn't that the same thing with some of the comic book adaptations and the big one, Ariel?
Yeah, it is. But here's the difference. They're not gonna change Ariel.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if they were to change her back to what she is in the source material,
And
would that be
Sonic is slightly changing.
good? He's changing a lot.
It is not that. It is not that big.
It's not that big. What do you mean? The way that
they changed
the
his
initial character was?
The initial character. It wasn't that big. His eyes were weird and his feet were weird, but it wasn't.
He was like 3 feet taller than he should be,
Yeah, he was.
definitely,
and his colors were all off,
I didn't see his colors being off.
and his nose, his eyes,
Yeah,
his
his eyes.
teeth. He has human teeth
Yeah.
for some reason.
the nose was just oh my god.
I mean, that's the same thing with Lion King. I mean, none of those characters look anything like they're supposed to.
Well, yeah, but again, they're screwing that up too. Disney's just ruining everything.
Every damn
From
thing.
everyone's childhood,
Everything.
so.
Everything.
I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
I just think you can run into a slippery slope when you start allowing the consumer to choose how you're going to do things in your media.
I can see that. But if it's
Like, what if people went crazy about Kratos and how he looked, and to say they didn't want him to have a beard and they didn't want him to be so toxic? You know.
it is.
Yeah, but it didn't change. But what if they had changed it? You would have been pissed off.
Yeah, but he's not. Now you are talking about subtle changes.
Mm.
Like he looks exactly the same, except he has a beard.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's exactly the same. He's not as angry as he is in the past games, but that's part of his development as a character from the last game to now, which is supposed to be however many years from one to the next.
I disagree. I don't think that they should. I don't think they should cave in.
I
mean-
can see the slippery slope, but when the character is so much different, I can understand the outrage a little bit.
Especially when the outrage is coming from so many people. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like the whole entire fan base was
But
like
where's
mad.
that energy for all the other screwed up stuff that's been coming out and coming out?
Well,
Well, a lot of that, the reason, political,
politics.
the changes, and the fact that people don't
Well, I don't think race is political. It's just common sense. I mean,
race.
yeah.
Race is very political. It's made political. Bye. It's made political.
Yeah, it's made
Mainly
political.
by one party.
But race in general is not political. It's
No.
made political. Yes.
It's made political. You gotta at least see that happening. It's political by one party.
Yeah.
The other, not so much. But
The independence.
Damn independence. So we move to question 3 now. It's a little more serious topic, but I saw an article today about the houses of Congress voting to start federal executions again. So, not just all left up to the states. It's the first time in almost 20 years. So, what do you guys feel about capital punishment, or, in the words of Michael Scott, corporate punishment?
All depends on the crime, in my opinion, really.
Now, the 5 people that they've named so far are all convicted of either raping or murdering a child.
I'm okay with that. Honestly,
I
yeah.
would have to agree. I'm all for it, depending on the crime. But if something as heinous as that, I think it's well deserved.
My problem with it is how do you know that they actually did it at that point? I mean, I would be okay with it if they came out and said, yes, I raped that child and I killed that child. That person should be murdered. But for them to come out and say, no, I really didn't do it, I feel like I'm framed. I don't know. You could make a pretty serious mistake.
But how much evidence is enough evidence?
I don't know. That's not up to me. DNA, yeah. I mean, if he raped her and you find his seed in there, yeah. Well, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd be totally okay with that. But we gotta remember too, death penalty costs just as much money to lock someone up for the rest of their life. Not that they deserve to live, but
it shouldn't.
It shouldn't, but it does. And it's not all of the way they do it. It has a lot to do with how many trials there are before killing somebody.
Yeah.
And if you get rid of those trials, then you risk killing someone who's innocent. So
Yeah.
it has to be done.
I think a lot of it too is the procedure that they have to do it. You know, the procedure, the way they have to do it, where now it's strictly lethal injection, which costs a lot of money.
A lot more than a bullet.
Yeah, a bullet does the exact same thing for a fraction of the cost.
Now, I will say that I'm okay with corporal punishment, which goes down to, if a guy steals, his hand should be cut off in front of everyone. I'm totally fine with that. And I think it should be televised for children to see.
For children to see?
No, I'm serious.
I mean, I wouldn't go.
Next to Saturday morning cartoons.
No, I mean, it should be monitored, and the parents should know whether their child's mature enough to see it. But I guarantee if you show children that, they'd be like, oh, I'm not doing that because that looks like it sucks.
Yeah, I think a lot of the punishments are not as severe as they should be. Severe enough to deter people from doing it. Obviously, people still do it.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
In large numbers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think with the capital punishment, I'm all for it. Now, the federal government dictating it, I don't know exactly how I feel about that, because the federal government should be doing as little as possible in regards to that.
If we had reliable states, then I would agree with
Yeah.
you. But we don't. We have a lot of irresponsible states.
Too many.
Yeah.
In my opinion, whenever the federal government get involved, things just go bad.
That's true.
It just go bad.
That's how it usually is. Because there's too much that the federal government is into. If they were to step back, the federal government should take care of very, very limited amount of things. The protection of the country, and that being military and protecting the borders, and to me that's about it, really. A lot of it should be more trickled down to the states. Federal government should be in as little.
I feel like there should still be a basic code of what is legal and what isn't. Just because a state is super far on the right doesn't mean that we need to do away with all of the things that the left is for. Just because a state is super far to the left doesn't mean that we should say that this should be legal, even though it clearly should not be legal.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like cocaine should not be legal.
Yeah, anyway.
Right. Yeah. But if you have a state, I'm not going to name any states that are okay with it. we shouldn't leave that up to them because it shouldn't be
California?
an option. Well, you should.
Well, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, we have
a general set of laws that everybody can pretty for the most part agree with should be set in place. But there's a lot of things that the federal government shouldn't be involved in. There's a lot of departments in the federal government that could be hacked and nobody would notice, and that would save the country. All
I mean, you've seen it recently with the government shutdown. Everybody lost their freaking minds over it. Nobody noticed anything because we don't really need it.
Yeah. So I mentioned earlier the chopping off of the hand right next to Saturday morning cartoons. Speaking of cartoons, Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network.
Oh, here we go.
It's obviously Nickelodeon. Okay?
It's not.
It is.
This guy.
It's not.
Look, we can't have a podcast of you saying it's not and me saying it is.
Well, okay.
Facts.
Okay.
Cartoon Network is definitely the best.
Because you're taking things that are not exclusive and using it as your facts.
Okay, I will take things that are exclusive. Now, the regular Cartoon Network cartoons, Ed, Edd and Eddy, Cow and Chicken, Dexter's Lab, Courage the Cowardly Dog, The Adventures of Grim and Mandy,
Foster's Home, which was great.
Yeah. And you could have an argument if you just had that against Nickelodeon shows, cartoons. But Cartoon Network also has the added bonus of Adult Swim.
See, that's where things get muddy.
Which is adult cartoons, or
which
like
does not
teenager
count.
cartoons.
That is Adult Swim. That is not. We're comparing Cartoon Network.
On the
then are we going to compare Nick at Night with this too?
Yeah, if Nick at Night had cartoons. So, Nick at Night is, I can't even remember what was it. All that.
No.
Keenan
Nick
and
at
Kel.
Night is totally evolved. It's like King of Queens now. Everybody loves Raymond and.
Yeah, but that's not exclusive to Nickelodeon.
It's not, but
all the ones that I'm talking about are exclusive, including the Adult Swim material.
Then let's just compare Cartoon Network children's cartoons versus Nickelodeon children's cartoons.
Cartoon Network still wins.
I don't think so.
Yes. Yes.
That's absurd.
Yes.
I mean, you have Nickelodeon has classics like Doug and Hey Arnold. I was never a huge fan of Hey Arnold, but
Hey Arnold was awesome.
Ren and Stimpy would be the big one for me. Nickelodeon had. Rugrats was great too.
Yeah.
But
was not a fan of that.
Cat Dog.
There's so many. Cat Dog's alright.
Cat Dog was okay. It wasn't all
Angry
that.
Beavers was good.
Angry Beavers was really good.
Angry Beavers, I'll agree with you on that. Angry Beavers was really good. But Cartoon Network, almost every show was fantastic.
Wasn't Invader Zim Nick too?
I'm not
pretty sure.
Tell me, name one cartoon like network show that's bad. Really?
That's bad?
Yeah, that's bad. There's not one bad one.
Can you name one Nickelodeon cartoon that's bad?
One that's bad?
Yeah. No, you can't. So
I would say Ara Monsters.
No, that's a great show.
Ara Monsters.
Not my favorite, but
it's
good.
Okay, this opinion right here is gonna probably not. I was not a huge fan.
Rugrats.
Yes, I was not a fan of the Rugrats. I just wasn't. I just didn't get the appeal behind it.
You didn't get the appeal from a baby trying to be.
I just didn't get it. I did not get it. I'm sorry. I did not get it. No, I didn't get it. I did not like Rugrats at all. I mean, it was okay.
It was great. Reptar was awesome.
It was definitely was not great in my opinion.
I gotta side with Chad on this one.
Yeah. I would pick
Rugrats was great.
I would pick Fairly Odd Parents over Rugrats.
There's another great one. Fairly Odd Parents is still held up as one of the greatest cartoons.
It was a great cartoon. I won't even lie. Fairly Odd Parents was great.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It is.
I can agree with that. But every Cartoon Network show was friggin' fantastic. There was no question of it. That one's okay.
No,
this one's pretty good.
There were some that were forgettable.
Which one?
Like, Dexter's Laboratory is not that great.
Oh my god, no, you.
Bill and Mandy is not that great. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's still good. I would still watch it, but it's not that great. It's not as great as everybody makes it out to be. It's overrated.
Yes, it was that great. It was one of my favorite cartoons
Here's
ever.
The thing, period. Back to Rugrats because I wasn't done.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sometimes, unfortunate as it is, you grow up and you just miss out on things, and I think that's what happened with Rugrats. You just missed it.
Maybe I just did.
It's unfortunate.
There is a nostalgia factor when you're talking about those shows, but a lot of them don't hold up the test of time.
Rugrats?
Like Rugrats. Rugrats doesn't hold up the test of time. I couldn't sit down and watch a couple episodes of Rugrats and
Okay, well I have.
and find it enjoyable.
I have
I could
watched
do that
it.
with Cartoon Network shows.
I have watched it with my son. It does hold up. The only one that doesn't
Okay,
hold up.
hold on.
Could you watch Cow and Chicken nowadays?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Oh my.
All the Cartoon Network shows, even though if we're talking about strictly the children's cartoons, the children's cartoons still had a gear towards like older teens and even adults. The only one that had that was Nickelodeon.
Jimmy Neutron too.
Would
We're
be-
forgetting Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron was great.
The only one with Nickelodeon that really had that turn towards an adult viewership would be Ren and Stimpy.
I feel like adults still like Jimmy Neutron and
Okay, well, there
Fairly Odd
there
Parents.
might
Definitely
be some
Fairly
other
Odd
ones, but I'm saying on the topic of Rugrats, I couldn't sit down and watch a couple episodes of Rugrats.
Well, what
and
about
enjoy
the All
myself.
Grown Up series,
But-
man?
No, that was just
I'll agree with you on that.
that was terrible. I should have never done it. Stay, baby.
Yeah, that was dumb.
But the key phrase that you said was, I can sit there and watch it with my kid.
Yeah.
It's different.
Okay.
That's not you sitting there by yourself and watching Rugrats.
That's a little
That's an
weird.
adult- that's an
Exactly.
grown-
And
grown
I think
man.
it's a little weird for you to sit down and watch Johnny Bravo by yourself.
I don't watch Johnny Bravo by myself.
I'm just saying.
But you
I'm
can though.
saying I could. I haven't in a very long time, but I could. Sit
I really
down and
don't
watch
think.
Cow and Chicken
I don't
and
think
Johnny
you could.
Bravo.
And I think that once we get equipment to do things like that, I would love to sit down and watch some of that crap so you can see it doesn't hold up.
Johnny Bravo
People do it,
is
yeah.
amazing. Probably one of the greatest cartoons ever, in my opinion.
Crazy. It's okay.
From music, from the come
It's
on,
okay. It's
man.
okay. Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Best.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie was good.
Was
And
good.
It was good.
It was great, not good. It was
It was
great.
probably great. I like
It was
Ed, Ed, and
great, not good.
Eddie. I like that.
And
But it's-
Johnny Bravo.
he's,
coming from-
he's a little offensive.
Johnny Bravo is coming from Hanna-Barbera, which is one of the best cartoon companies that there's ever been.
So
I
was
mean,
that exclusive?
Hanna-Barbera is the Flintstones.
So that was exclusive to Cartoon Network?
Yes.
A lot of that stuff is on, what do they call it?
I mean, now, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's in different places now. But when it was airing, it was exclusive to Cartoon Network.
Was Scooby-Doo on Cartoon Network on? No, it wasn't. No, it was on.
No, I mean,
Saturday.
Scooby-Doo was in the
Yeah.
80s and 70s.
I thought say you
That
might
was before Cartoon Network.
you might have a case
existed,
if you could add that in there, but you can't. So
Now, there might have been a time where Cartoon Network had the rights to Scooby-Doo, and it would only air on
but
Cartoon
that
Network.
doesn't count. It's not exclusive.
It is exclusive.
No, it's not.
Not exclusive when it was made.
Yeah, so it
Exclusively
doesn't-
made for
doesn't
Cartoon
count. Yeah.
Network.
It doesn't count.
But at one point in time, it was only shown on Cartoon Network. Shut that.
So tell me, does Pokemon count?
No, it doesn't count.
Why not?
No,
Because it's
Pokemon
not-
What do you
doesn't
mean?
count.
It's
No.
not an exclusive.
I mean,
What?
I think Pokemon was exclusive with Cartoon Network when,
No, it
when it
wasn't.
aired.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
When did it air? Like mid-90s?
In the U.S., what other channel is it shown in the U.S.?
I'm looking
When
it
it
up.
when it aired?
I don't know. It's not easy enough for me to find. You should have prepared for this, Mike. Well, they play it on They play it on Disney now, so
Yeah, but when it was made.
I don't know.
So I believe it was exclusively Cartoon Network. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I think you are.
But I'm
Back
usually
then-
not.
Back then, it was strictly Cartoon Network. So yeah.
Well, it originally aired on TV Tokyo, so
Where's that at?
In the U.S.
Where's that at?
Where did it air? In
Where's
the
it at,
US?
Chad? Tell me, where's it at? Okay, then stop.
Are you a big TV Tokyo fan
I
now?
I don't know that we can say that it originally aired on Cartoon Network unless you can show me that it originally aired on Cartoon Network. I'm trying to look it up, but I don't have enough time.
Alright, I'll do the research and I'll
Yeah.
find out for the next episode. But
If it originally aired on Cartoon Network, then you might have a case because the original Pokemon animated was amazing.
we have a case anyway. If Pokemon was exclusively Cartoon Network, then it puts it way over the top.
I'll give you this.
And I wasn't even a big Pokemon
Yeah.
fan.
If the original Pokemon was a Cartoon Network exclusive, even though they don't, you would think that if it was a Cartoon Network exclusive, when they put all their stupid dumb shirts out like you have, that they would put Ash and Pikachu on that shirt. So don't sit here and try to tell me it's exclusive because it's not.
It might have been exclusive when it was made, but not anymore. So
Yeah, I can't find it. So
Yeah. That's all.
So one last one. I don't have it down on the sheet, but it's a hot button issue right now, and it just happened yesterday. Mueller testified in Congress. So I don't know if you guys saw any of it.
No.
I did.
Yeah. Well, some of us work. So.
Yeah, I work too. Twice as hard. That's what she said.
Or he
Or he said.
She said.
But it was a. I don't know. It was pretty bad for him, I think.
It was pretty bad for them in general. It made everyone look stupid.
It did. But
Waste of time.
If you could see it, I wish that we were equipped right now to pull some of the video up and watch it. Every question that he's asked.
Can you repeat that?
Can you repeat that?
Can you repeat that?
Can you repeat that?
Over and over again?
I'm not at liberty to discuss.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, he's just like stammering over every single question.
So
And
do
it
you
was
think
just
that
really
he
bad
wrote the
show.
report?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think other
Yeah.
people did, and I think it's pretty apparent from that because he didn't know what the hell was going on when anybody asked him any question.
Yeah, I don't think he wrote it.
What page are you on? Wait, 193. Oh, I'm not at liberty to discuss.
Here's the
Question though.
Yeah.
One question. Who still cares really? Other than the left, really?
Just them.
Just
Who?
them.
Look, nobody cares.
Like, you don't have to like Donald Trump, but take your energy and do something good with it. That's obviously not going to do any good. It's clear at this point.
You've been chasing it for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
It hasn't shown anything.
Put all that energy into getting a good Democratic person to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone who's moderate and not a radical.
That's never gonna happen now.
Well, then, I mean,
Because right now you don't have any of that. And the one person that's even close to moderate, you're trying to destroy.
Yeah.
Everybody else is trying to destroy Biden, which is the only even close to moderate, and he's not even really
he's
moderate.
not really moderate.
Not anymore.
Compared to the
No.
others, he's pretty moderate.
He's in the situation where he's just trying to please anybody that he can. Because he's not a Trump.
Which I think is going to be his ultimate downfall. But
To me, as soon as they all raise their hand to give free health care to all undocumented immigrants, they all lost my vote. I'm sorry.
hot water.
Well,
Well, I mean, he's right.
it's true. Like, I mean, like, come on.
And I think even if a liberal is listening to this, which I'm
Oh,
sure most of them have shut it off by now.
Yeah.
Why on earth would you be okay with giving illegal aliens? Do you understand that just makes people come here more and more and more illegally?
It's an incentive.
It's an incentive. It's saying, hey, come here and bring all of your health problems with you. We'll pay for it.
Yeah.
We don't know how we're going to pay for it, but we'll pay for it.
No, but then it's just gonna tax us more. Like, I'm over here working, like, 40 hours a week.
You better get ready for that 30% tax
Shoot.
rate.
Exactly. Like, I'm not gonna pay for like somebody else who just comes here freely, no paperwork, no nothing. Yeah, I'm paying for all this shit though.
Yeah.
No.
Well, technically, we're talking about 40 hours a week. Technically, Chad only works about 26 of those 40.
I get paid for 40 of them. So.
Yeah, you do get paid for 40 of them. And in your words, you keep the business running.
I do. In case anybody was wondering, you can't operate without an IT department. So,
And he is running the computer for this right now.
Yeah.
so without me, you wouldn't even have this.
So knows how I bought the microphone we're using.
Yeah,
So it's like,
he might be sending it back.
Definitely, probably. Yeah. In my opinion, the left is just doesn't know where it's going right now. Well, they do know where it's going, just losing a lot of people in that
and they don't
in the way, really.
seem to care.
They don't care.
I don't want to seem not compassionate, but I mean it sucks. Like if you were born in a third world country and you want to come to America for a better life, that sucks for you.
Yeah.
But we can't just allow any criminal to come in illegally without any kind of merit.
Listen, I came here when I was 8 years old. My parents, they actually found a way to actually pay through all those fees wait like maybe like 3 years plus, paperwork after paperwork after fees, do it the right way. So why would I be okay with like somebody just coming like freely, and why I have to like spend years paying and paying and like paying, and somebody just come here for free like with like nothing?
Yeah, that's what a lot of
It's not fair.
that's what a lot of legal immigrants feel, is that they know what the process is to go through everything and what it takes to get in and actually be a part of the country legally, and then they see all these people cutting the line of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are waiting to do just that, and they just cut the line and get all the benefits without any of the work. I mean, I know that it's tough.
Well, our system is
to
screwed up.
make the trip here, and that bad things can happen and people can die and all that, but still, it's got to be the right way.
For example, my aunt has been trying to bring her son in for like the past 4 years now, waiting. Spend 10 grand plus, waiting. But yet you have people coming in freely, getting.
Well, why doesn't
what?
he just come over freely?
Because we do things the right way, so yeah.
Shame on you.
Strong moral character.
We do need to fix the immigration system. I'm
It
not saying
is,
that we
bro,
don't need
but
to fix
it is. Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
it took my boss 8 years to get here legally. 8 years.
Yeah.
That's absurd. Yeah. 8 years, and the only way he could be here was by going to college. So
Yeah.
he got a master's degree in the process, but he wasn't.
I didn't even know he was not from here
No, he's from El Salvador.
naturally.
Yeah.
He moved here when he was 18.
Oh, that boss. I thought you started.
No.
The
I just
boss-
don't want to
the
say.
boss's
I just don't
boss.
want to say any
Yeah,
names.
no names. Yeah, I understand that. But I went straight to
No.
the second tier.
My middle boss.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
and that's
that makes
screwed up. Like, it shouldn't take 8 years for someone who's not a criminal to get in. Like, we
Yeah.
obviously need immigrants. We're all immigrants. Like, we need immigrants to function. We need immigrants to grow and develop new ideas. But we just don't need criminals coming over, MS-13 coming over and killing our people. That's
Yeah.
no.
And the drugs that come with it.
Right. And what they're doing with children, which nobody wants to talk about what they're doing with children.
Yeah.
They care so much about children being separated from their parents, but they don't want to talk about the fact that people are, sex trafficking children, more or less.
It doesn't fit their political agendas, so yeah.
And now,
Why would they?
Now there was a report that came out that shows that now people are catching on to it, and now every family unit in quotations that comes through is only carrying one child through, because that's all it takes is one child.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need two, you don't need three, so they divvy them up, and they put one child to a group of people, and that's how they get through.
I wasn't going to go this far, but since we've turned it into a political podcast
Not fully.
with AOC recently, and
Oh.
no, I'm not going to go into AOC because I don't like giving her more attention than she deserves, which she doesn't really deserve any. But when I forget who the guy was, when he told her though that if I'm drinking and driving and I get a DUI and have a child with me,
Yes.
they take my child.
Yeah, that was Homan.
Yeah, they separate us.
Yeah, the ex-ICE director. Yeah.
So when you come over here illegally, you're breaking our law. We're going to take your kid from you until we can get the situation. So she didn't want to hear that.
No.
I mean, she had nothing to say on the matter
Yeah.
because they don't care.
And then she completely backed down.
Yeah.
And I think she surrendered the rest of her time too.
Well, she pretty much said that claiming asylum is not a crime. It is a crime if you don't do it through the legal points of entry.
Yes.
Which is exactly what he said.
Yeah.
And that shut her up real quick. But it's a mess. It's got to be fixed one way or the other. And since we're on the topic, these topics just go from one to the next, and they naturally bridge together. So since we're on the topic of that, one way to help, I think, is the wall. I know a lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of people think it's a waste of money. I don't think so.
Not in the grand scheme of
I
things.
think it would be very effective. There's a lot of places that have a wall.
I wish we
Israel
had
has a wall.
Yeah.
When Israel put their wall up, their crossings plummeted to next to nothing.
I wish we had someone on the left here to debate on this because we're all conservative, so it's not even a debate. We all think that the wall is a good thing. No, he does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I do.
Because it's plain and simple, and I hate to use all of the other conservatives, quotes on this, but walls work, fences work. I'm not saying they won't dig under. I'm not saying they can't climb over it, but I'm not saying they won't figure out a way to get through. But it's going to be a lot harder.
Oh yeah. It's gonna deter some people, and it's gonna make it so that you can't bring truckloads of drugs across,
right,
something that's not there.
Yeah.
If there's no barrier, you can bring anything across. Mm-hmm. It's at least gonna help. I know it costs a lot of money.
It's really not that much.
In the grand scheme.
I mean, to like us, it would change our lives to have that kind of money. But when you're talking about taxpayers' money, that's a very small amount.
Yeah, when you're talking about everything, the overall budget.
We could get rid of half of Congress and we'd be just fine. And we'd be okay for it.
A lot of them are useless.
Yes, true.
So, those are all the questions that I had. But, is there any other questions that you guys can think of, just off the cuff, that we could talk about?
Not really.
Real quick. No? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, I feel like now we should explain what we're doing here because we started out saying that we're a podcast about movies and games, and we just go all over. Now halfway through, we're just a political podcast.
I think we're trying. I think we're still ironing some things out. But
I have no problem with it. I just think that we should clarify.
I think that we probably span across a lot of different things. We all love comics. We all love video games. We love movies, and we are,
Have you seen E.T.?
E.T.?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
And the only reason that came to my head is because you haven't seen Star Wars, and I was like, I wonder if this fool has seen E.T.
Nope.
I thought he got there from Aliens.
No, I didn't.
No.
Back to the Future?
Yes.
Okay.
That one was good.
Yeah.
That one was great.
Okay. For the next episode, between now and then, you have to watch E.T.
Yeah. It's just one movie. I have it on Plex. Just watch it, and then we can discuss what you thought of it. And
it's like an hour and a half.
That'll be a good discussion because you're watching it, for the first time as an adult, where I watched it as a kid thousands of times.
Yeah, me too. So you'll see it from like a whole different.
It's got to be good though, because it still holds up to this day.
I've seen clips of it, but I haven't watched the full movie though.
Watch the whole thing.
Yeah, it's great.
We'll see.
Star Wars, I wouldn't really worry about.
Star Wars is just too much.
Unless you're watching the original 3, which is 4, 5, and 6 for some stupid ass reason.
Well, that's what you would watch. I wouldn't make him watch 1, 2, and 3. I would make him watch 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6 I would say is worth it. Yeah. But if you get into 1, 2, and 3, and then
which is not necessary.
The rest of them.
Well, you can't judge the rest of them because you haven't seen them.
I mean, I've seen bits and pieces.
You have not seen 7.
I just feel like Star Wars is like I missed the time for it. I don't know, like.
Tell me the truth, Mike. Do you not like 7 because a woman is?
You had to take it there.
But I was wondering because I know you like the originals, and this is supposed to be the next one after the originals. I love 7. I think 7's one of the best.
It's just.
Now 8 not so much, but
it loses its. It loses its appeal to me.
Okay, here's
like
what
4, 5, and 6 is great, and especially if you're watching it, like none of us were alive to watch it when it came out. Although you guys,
you probably were.
Yeah. You guys think I'm 80, but
no, I think you're like 45.
Yeah. Well, watching it when you were a kid, it was fantastic.
Still fantastic.
But it kind of loses its appeal a little bit after a while because it's like kind of the same stuff.
That's what I mean. I just feel like
so many movies in the series where it's like, all right, can we just freaking end this now?
No.
Can we just be done with it? It's like.
I agree that they need to be done with it. I'm not going to argue there. They do need to be done with it.
It's like Saw. They've made like 9 movies, and it's like, how much more can you do?
Here's what we'll do. You watch E.T. Mike, you're going to watch episode 7. Okay, episode 7 because you haven't seen it, and that's actually a good one. And then, what do you guys want me to watch that I haven't seen? Should I watch
Logan?
Logan?
Okay, I'll watch Logan.
Logan is fantastic.
You have not watched Logan. Logan's amazing.
By next Thursday.
It's criminal that you have not watched that movie.
Well, it's criminal that you haven't seen E.T.
Really, it really is. You watch all the X-Men movies, but yet not watch it. Come on, man.
Well,
No.
maybe
No,
some of the
it's
X-Men maybe
Logan.
not want to watch it.
Exactly.
Well, Logan is the best.
Yeah, that's what I
X-Men
hear.
movie that there has been. It's Marvel's equivalent of the Dark Knight.
But it's not made by Marvel, right?
It is Marvel. Yeah.
It's made by
Marvel
Fox.
Studio? It's
No,
Fox, right?
it's Fox.
It's Fox.
Oh, it's Fox.
Yeah, that was Fox last.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still.
Yeah, so
it's
Marvel
it's a
character.
Marvel character.
Yeah.
But it would be. I would put it like the style and everything. As far as how good it is compared to all the other ones, I would put it as Marvel's character, Dark Knight.
Now, was this last one that they put out, Phoenix Rising or whatever?
That sucked. I heard.
Yeah, was that Fox or Marvel?
That was Fox.
That was
the last
Fox.
one, I think.
That was Fox.
So
Now,
they went
now
out
I
like
think
that.
Marvel has acquired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
X-Men again.
they're going to
Yeah.
be making.
Mhm.
So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, I wonder what the casting's gonna be.
But to think though,
If they're gonna recast everybody.
Yeah,
They're gonna-
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to.
Think so?
They're
They
going
kinda have
They're
to.
going to reboot it.
they have to. That franchise has been taken downhill really,
Well,
except for
some of it.
Logan. Well, Logan's the only great one that I
The
like.
first X-Men movie's not bad.
It wasn't bad.
He said taking downhill.
Oh,
What-
yeah,
As in
Exactly.
It started pretty
It
good.
started good, but then just
It
went
just
straight
plummeted to
down.
the ground.
yeah, yeah. And then Logan, though.
And then Logan bring it right back up, and then Phoenix like, yeah.
Yeah, but Logan is not an X-Men movie because there is no X-Men in Logan.
Yeah.
Except for him.
Could make it an X-Men movie.
No, we'll make it a Wolverine movie,
Okay.
but not an X-Men.
I want Wolverine to start wearing the yellow jumpsuit.
He did, didn't he? In one of the
Nah.
didn't he wearing like Last Stand or something? Where they had the blue and yellow.
That's not Wolverine's
No.
costume, though. I'm talking about the all
Oh,
yellow.
Oh, the all
No.
yellow.
No.
OG.
No.
With the mask of the wings.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
he hasn't wear that.
I mean, I know it would look ridiculous, but
Yeah.
I just kind of would like
I
that.
want to stay true to the character.
Well, you're not allowed to do
Sort
that.
of.
You're not allowed to do that anymore. So.
That's true. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's kind of what they did with Batman.
All right, we're starting with that. Okay. We can finish. We can fill the next hour with that.
Just had a bigger pie.
How do they not stay true to the character of Batman?
Well, first of all, Batman doesn't scream like he's in a metalcore band. Okay. Second of all, Batman doesn't
Okay, hold
look.
on,
Batman
hold on.
doesn't look like a crackhead. So.
Let me stop you at the first point. I understand that with the voice, but he has to alter his voice somehow. Could they have used the voice modulator like Arrow does?
They didn't need to use a voice modulator.
Yes,
they just
they
needed.
do.
No, they don't. They just need to. He just needs to
No,
alter
no.
his voice slightly. Like
Yeah.
if I'm talking to you right now, Mike, I can talk to you like this, and then I can be like, "I'm Batman." You would never know it's me.
Yeah, I would.
Well, if you were looking at me,
Okay. Did nobody ever looks at Batman?
dude. Michael Keaton did it the way it should have been
See,
done.
I don't think he altered it enough.
I think he did.
I don't.
I think you
But I think.
And let's not bring Arrow into this because I don't know how anybody doesn't know who Arrow is because he doesn't even have a disguise.
That makes
Like,
sense.
we can't
I'm
use
talking
it.
about the voice modulator aspect of it.
Yeah, it's the voice modulator.
Batman, they could have done that with the Dark Knight trilogy. Put a voice modulator in there, and they would have alleviated all of that problem with the voice.
They could have just got a different actor.
No, he's a phenomenal actor.
That's correct.
Ben Affleck plays Batman better
Oh,
than him.
He does.
He does.
No.
He looks more like Batman.
Listen, The
Oh.
Dark Knight would not be the same without Heath. I'm sorry,
Oh no,
Mike.
you're right.
It wouldn't.
You're right.
I agree with that,
Yes.
but that doesn't mean that Batman or Christian Bale as Batman is not great. He is.
It's not. It's not
He
great.
is.
Ben Affleck
great
is better.
as No, he's
Ben Affleck is better. I'm sorry.
And Michael
the
Keaton's
only
better.
thing.
I
Now,
might.
now, if you're really talking about the look of Batman, Michael Keaton is about as far. That you, the only further you could get from what Batman looks like from Michael Keaton is Adam West.
Why would you say that?
Michael Keaton was not
His Batman.
built. He was not built hardly at all.
His suit was built.
Well, if you're talking about the look of Batman and what they look like,
I'm saying Batman's not typically 5'4".
he's not 5'4". He's like 6. He's
Christian
over 6
Bale is
foot.
not 6 foot.
He is 6 foot.
No, he's not.
I'm gonna. Okay. You can look. This one's a quick look up, but I'm pretty sure he's 6 foot.
Christian Bale height. He's
What are
six. He's 6 foot.
He's 6 foot.
Well, why does
okay.
he look so short?
He's 6 foot.
It's probably because he's a crackhead.
No, see, he's built more than Michael Keaton.
No, he's not.
He is too.
Dude, he's not.
How is he not built
he's
more than
so
Michael Keaton?
thin that his muscle density comes out.
No.
Yeah.
Built wise, Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah.
I
Looks
would
better.
agree with
Yeah,
that.
Ben
yes.
Affleck is.
Ben Affleck
Yeah.
has the look of Batman. As far
6'4",
as
built
far as
completely.
his height
Pretty jealous of Ben Affleck.
and how built he was, but
I look like Thor.
From-
now,
which I haven't seen. Don't ruin anything.
yeah, well, a little late to that party. They re-released it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, still not giving my money. I've seen little clips though. I've watched a couple little clips of like the fight scenes. So. I saw the cat versus cat fight.
You see Thor?
Today. Yeah. I don't know. They lost me at Infinity War, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of. And we'll see what Phase 4 has to offer. Speaking of Phase 4,
Blade.
let's go over that.
Oh god, that's
Blade.
a long topic.
Blade is the
Not
only
really.
one that's worth me.
All right, so go through what's. Do you know what? I mean, do you have it prepared? What Phase 4 is?
We can look it up. Well, we can start on Blade.
Here's the thing. I'm totally fine with them keeping Blade the way it is,
Yeah.
but why wasn't Blade white?
Oh god.
If we're changing, if all of a sudden we're changing race on every single character, why can we not change the race of Blade? I don't want it that way. To be clear, I think Wesley Snipes did an awesome job, and I love the original Blade movies. But that's just an example of how things only go one way. So I'm sure I'll be labeled racist. If nobody knows Zama's black.
Sure, why not?
He's not African American, but he's black. He's Haitian American.
My Snickler is still
Confirmation
black.
Your blackness doesn't define you.
Your Mexican is defined.
You're Mexican.
I understand it. They should have brought Wesley back. He was ready. He wanted. He's been at it trying to get them to.
But it's a reboot, isn't it?
make it.
Yeah, it's a
It is.
complete
But
reboot.
he's been
Yeah.
trying to
It's pretty old.
get his foot. Yeah, he's like 54. But
No, he did
it
great.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, he
He's
was
54. He could be. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are older that can still do all that stuff.
I mean, they don't do any of their own stunts anyway.
Yeah. And there's some
Some do.
there's some that are that old or older and still do their own stunts. Jackie Chan.
Yeah. No, he's a beast.
Yeah, Jackie Chan.
Mm.
So Marvel Phase 4. Blade's probably the biggest one. Biggest one for me.
Who made the
But I'm
original
looking-
Blade? It wasn't Marvel, right? Was that
Sony.
No, it was Sony.
Sony? Yeah.
But seeing Blade with a group of people, if they end up doing a team up movie, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, I might be Doctor Strange. I am actually looking towards
That's
that
Phase
one.
4 as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I have no interest in Doctor Strange.
just to see like where they take the multiverse
So
to.
should I watch Logan or Doctor Strange?
It's Logan.
Logan.
Okay. I don't see how you guys feel about Marvel.
So you got Blade, which it looks like we're all excited for, except for Wesley's out there. You got Black Panther 2.
Crickets.
Black Panther. No, listen.
You still
The
haven't seen
first
that,
one was
I
not.
still haven't seen Black Panther.
You have to watch it. It's not that
It's
bad.
really not that
It's
bad.
not bad. It's good.
It's not great.
I mean, I'll probably watch it. All right, so I gotta watch episode 7.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
So maybe next week I'll watch.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We can make each other watch stuff to discuss.
So yeah, we'll do that like every week.
There's
choose
a
one
lot of
for
slow
each
scene.
other and
Yeah.
do it. The only thing I can't get past, I've seen little bits and pieces of it. The only thing I can't get past.
Don't say the rhinos.
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean the runners look terrible,
Yeah.
but it's the final fight between the two Gumbies.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know Gumby, right?
Yeah.
They look like they're rubber when they're fighting each other.
Oh yeah.
Like just the CGI is.
Yeah.
About the fight between Black Panther and.
And Killmonger, like and like the little dog space and everything.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
They look like rubber characters flopping around.
It's definitely an overrated movie, but it's not that terrible.
It was good.
Yeah.
There was a lot of slow scenes, in my opinion.
Yeah, half the movie.
It was slow.
At
There was
least,
a lot of slow scenes, but it was worth watching.
But isn't
one.
that something we expect in Marvel movies now? That half the movie is going to be awfully boring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Endgame.
And for some reason, people
Endgame.
still say that they're the greatest movie.
Endgame. The first half put me half asleep. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it was
And
horrible.
I heard the new Spider-Man's like that. I heard the first half's terrible, and then the second half is great, and the movie is not that bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm supposed to see that this week.
What?
Yeah, I'm supposed to go see that. Spider-Man.
I meant to go see it. I just
Oh, okay.
haven't been having a chance to watch it really.
And I was gonna go see Lion King too, but I'm not gonna do that.
No, I've heard what they did to it, and no,
Yeah, Lion King. I don't know. I'm sure we'll go see it.
it breaks my heart though. Lion King was one of my favorite movies ever
Probably in the next
from
couple
my
weeks.
childhood.
It is the best Disney cartoon.
Mike, don't even try to debate this. Mike, don't even.
Come on.
Mike, stop.
It is. It is.
See, I can't.
Aladdin
Yeah,
does not compare to Lion
agree.
King.
I can't agree. Aladdin to me
Stop.
is
Stop.
better than Lion King,
Dude,
but
No, it's really not.
But-
It's really not.
the Lion King is a very, very, very close second. A razor thin margin. Very close second. Yeah, Aladdin.
I feel like
Aladdin
if I
is
said
so-
Aladdin was good, you would go the other way and say, well, Lion King is just barely
No.
better.
See, and I wouldn't do that because I'm telling you the reason Aladdin is so great is for one reason. It's Robin Williams as the genie.
Okay.
There is no standout performance in Lion King.
Maybe
there
that's
is-
the difference.
there-
Like, I don't
there is
put-
in Aladdin.
I don't put him on this huge pedestal. So
You don't think that him as the genie is one of the
I mean, it
best
was
characters in
Yeah.
all of Disney?
the genie was great, yeah, but I don't think I'm not a huge Robin Williams fan.
I'm not saying you can't be a huge Robin. I'm not a huge Robin Williams fan. I've only seen a handful of his movies.
I think they could have got anybody else to do the character, probably.
No,
No,
definitely
It's all
not.
that with Will Smith.
No, no.
You liked Will Smith. You said it was
Will
good.
Smith was okay. He was nowhere near Robin Williams.
It's one of those things where if you never had anything to compare it to, I think it would be just fine with another character. I don't, or another person playing. Someone
Yeah,
with a
that's
similar.
that's the problem. The comparison.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as you have something to compare it to, like when Heath Ledger came along and did the Joker, he made Jack Nicholson look like an amateur.
No.
No, Jack Nicholson was still good.
Jack Nicholson was
Jack Nicholson
good,
was
but
still
when you
good.
compare him to Heath Ledger, it's no question. Heath Ledger just leaves him in the dust.
Yeah, they're a lot closer than you think.
You know,
No, Heath
the way
Ledger is
it's
way
done.
better.
Heath Ledger's better, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he leaves him in the dust like Jack Nicholson didn't hold his own.
Jack Nicholson, he did.
I think he did, but. Well,
And let's not
Well,
forget
up
that
until-
the best Joker is Mark Hamill.
well,
Yes.
if you're now you're
Now it's
now,
just
now,
voices.
Now you're in two different
Yeah,
categories.
it's just voice acting,
Yeah.
but I think if they had actually put him on screen, I think he would have done better too.
Yeah, he would have had
He
to.
could have.
He would have had to.
He would have had to slim up a little.
Yeah,
bit.
slim up a
Yeah.
little
Although
bit.
Jack Nicholson's pretty fat.
Yeah,
Don't worry, I'm
I
fat.
mean,
I can say that. It's not fat shaming if you're already fat.
But Mark Hamill was quite a bit bigger than Jack Nicholson.
He wasn't always though.
I know he wasn't always, but he was never during the Batman, like the original Batman. He was he that big? I don't know. I don't follow Mark
I
Hamill.
doubt it.
But definitely in the Dark Knight days, he was,
Yeah.
he was bigger.
Well,
Well,
this is irrelevant because
Let's
the
not
best
take-
Joker is
well.
Jared Leto.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Let's not take away from the blasphemy you saying that the Lion King is not better than Aladdin. Come on now.
I'd say I don't know.
It is, Mike. Stop. It's not even.
I gotta
Special.
I
It's a
gotta
special.
say,
It's a really special movie.
I would say yes. It is special.
Aladdin's not special.
Aladdin,
though.
Aladdin
No,
is
no, no,
special.
no, no, no. Here's
How's
the
Aladdin
thing.
special?
No, Aladdin's
Lion King has this tone when you're a child, even as an adult. It's teaching you life. Like, stuff happens and it sucks.
Yeah.
Aladdin doesn't teach you anything. Besides the
What was
fact,
that- what does that matter?
think about the plot. Aladdin, he sucks. Okay, he's poor. He's homeless. He finds the lamp. He rubs the lamp. The genie comes out. Gives him 3 wishes. He makes selfish wishes, and eventually he ends up going to the top.
Yeah.
Think of Lion King. Okay, the kid loves his dad.
Yeah.
His dad is the king. His dad dies because of his uncle. Okay, his uncle pretty much murders his dad. Think about that.
Yeah, I get it.
Lion King is deep.
It's a cool storyline, and it's deep. Yeah.
It's a great
You would
storyline.
think that I would
It's
love
a
it,
great
'cause people die.
storyline.
It is, and then the
It's
revenge.
a great storyline. The revenge behind it. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
But then,
the
but you think that I would love it because of people dying and stuff.
yeah, you would.
But
You would have liked it if Simba died.
Aladdin to me is still better.
Lion King had better
From a
music.
performance standpoint, it's better.
No. Lion King, better music.
Yes.
Lion King better music.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, hold on,
Definitely.
hold on.
Oh, definitely.
When you
Because you're only
No.
talking about the genie song. That's all
Exactly.
You're really
That's
talking
it.
no, Arabian Nights is great.
about. It is good.
Prince Ali is great.
It's good.
That's all right.
But when you
The
When you-
Will
when you-
Smith version, or
when you actually dig down into what the lyrics of the Lion King songs mean, it's kind of messed up.
the whole movie's messed up. That's why it's great.
Yeah, but I mean, still, even from.
Yeah, he can't wait to be king. Yeah, he can't wait to be king, but that doesn't mean that he can't wait for his dad to die. I mean, yes, that's when he becomes king.
Yeah.
Is when his dad.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think.
Typically, that's how somebody becomes king.
I
Is
think-
when it's not like the crown can be handed over.
I think it could. I mean, if his dad got to the point where he
Yeah.
couldn't rule
I
anymore.
don't think that happens like ever.
But if his dad got to the point where he couldn't put his foot down, he couldn't rule. His son would obviously have to take that spot.
I don't know that ever happens.
It can.
The person dies and then the crown is then
The
transferred
Lion,
to
listen.
the heir.
Listen.
The Lion King is everything wrapped into one movie.
Everything.
It has scary parts. It's sad. It's
Comedy.
real. It has comedy with Timon and Pumbaa. It has revenge.
The
It has
three
love.
hyenas. Oh my god.
It has love. Dude, it is everything in one package, and you can't say that about
It's an
Aladdin.
emotional wreck, man. I'm telling you, it's emotional as it gets.
What
But,
an amazing movie.
but in the new one,
I don't talk about that. I'm not talking about
The
that.
new-
just ruin everything.
It doesn't
I-
compare.
Whatever. I don't care about that. I'm talking about that crap. I don't know that anybody's going to want to listen to us talk about Lion King for 15 minutes.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah. We've been going for an hour
I'm
now.
trying to find the other Phase 4. I got some of them.
Black
I
Widow.
don't know.
Well, Captain Marvel is obviously coming back, I'm assuming.
Black Widow.
Black
The
Widow's
Black
getting her
Widow.
own,
Black Widow.
which I'm actually okay with. Like,
And who is not? Really.
well, no, even take Scarlett Johansson out. I think it's good to do because we don't have a lot of information on Black
Yeah.
Widow.
And
I
of
don't have a problem with
course,
her. I don't think she's overdone.
Yeah, I agree.
Thor.
She's not overdone.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah, well, Thor. I don't have a problem with the female Thor at all because the female Thor. No, hold on. The female Thor dates back pretty far in the comics.
Yeah.
That is a legitimate thing. That is not something that they're making up just to make women, feel equal or whatever, even though they are equal as it is. That is a legitimate thing, so I have no problem with it.
Yeah,
Unlike
yeah,
Captain
yeah,
Marvel,
yeah.
where it was a guy and they turned it into a girl.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that I understand.
So I don't have a problem with it. And I'm actually looking forward to it because Natalie Portman,
It all depends, I guess, how they do it. Which is what a lot of things depend on. But
Yeah. It depends on how much it's pushed in there.
But with Marvel, it's gonna be pushed in there hard. It's gonna be pushed in there hard. I mean, really hard.
The agenda's gonna be there.
Yeah, it is.
And that's why I'm getting sick and tired of movies with this political
Is Thor
thing.
going to be in it?
I don't think so.
Because they would just make him look like a piece of trash. If he was
Like
in
they
it,
did,
he would-
like they did.
Yeah,
Like
he-
I
he
know.
would still be
Exactly.
fat, sitting in the corner drinking beer, and she'd be like, "I'm gonna go do your job for you."
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
would happen.
So the other one, which is kind of big, is the Marvel got Fantastic Four again.
Yeah, I ain't
So
care
that's
about
gonna be
that.
another one.
Yeah, the movie's worn out.
That's because it's been done terribly for too many times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
Horrendous.
you think Marvel's gonna fix that?
If they,
I mean, it can't get worse.
Marvel seems
It can't get worse. I'm
Marvel
sorry, it
seems
can't.
to have the equation or the formula to make everybody love a movie. So I don't know. It might be good.
It can't
might be
get
bad.
worse.
It can't get worse. That's
It
for sure.
cannot get worse. If it gets worse,
That
then
last
oh
one's
my,
terrible.
yeah.
But, so
I got dinner, so.
You got dinner.
all right. That wraps it up. First episode. Okay.